everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because you know what day is almost here? The day after Valentine's Day. You can go to CVS or Target and buy literally all the candy you want for 50% off just because it's shaped like a heart or the packaging's pink. That's the day that I'm waiting for. But in the meantime, I thought it would be really cool if we put together a few really simple DIY treats that you can make at home to give out to your friends and family on the actual day of Thanksgiving. I just said Thanksgiving.
Valentine's Day always falls on a Thursday.
Who's your head? That's Thanksgiving.
On the actual day of Valentine's Day, we will be making 3 variations. The first of which is going to be a chocolate dipped pretzel, be dipped into candy melts that are pink and red with some sprinkles on them. The next thing we are going to do is a baked cake donut that will be frosted and decked out with sprinkles as well. And then the last thing, the cut out sugar cookies. They are going to be decorated with royal icing to look like the little heart-shaped emoji and the little kissy face emoji. Let's get to it. To begin with our first treat of the video, you just need to gather together the pretzel rods, candy melts, and lastly, sprinkles. Place your candy melts into individual microwavable bowls. Stick that into the microwave and microwave at intervals of about 30 seconds and mix in between each time until you have a completely smooth and melted consistency. Once those are melted, we're going to pour them into a glass or whatever you have that's just like a little bit taller. That way, when you go to dip your pretzel rod, you are getting the majority of it into the chocolate. As you begin to dip, make sure that you are shaking off the excess chocolate. That way you're getting a nice smooth coat on your pretzel, and it's not going to be too much or overwhelmingly clumpy or gross. One by one, as you are dipping the pretzels, go ahead and cover each one with your sprinkles. You can also use a piping bag and fill that with a different color chocolate and give that a little design. You just want to make sure that you're putting the sprinkles on while the chocolate is still wet. You don't want to wait too long or else the chocolate will dry and your sprinkles will not stick. And that's it. These are super simple because there's no baking involved. There's only a few different things that you need. I think all in all, these took me about 20 minutes, if that. But you can package them up together in a box or in little cellophane bags, and they make the cutest, most delicious little Valentine's Day treats. For the donuts, begin by gathering all of your ingredients. I have the recipe that I use linked down below in the description, and there you will find all of the exact measurements of everything that you need. Start out with a stand mixer and a pedal attachment or a hand mixer. You'll be creaming together your butter, oil, and both of your brown sugar and regular sugar. Make sure that you scrape down your bowl, and then you can throw in your eggs, your baking powder, baking soda, nutmeg, and salt. Mix on a medium speed to fully combine everything. At this point, you can also add your vanilla extract, and then you're going to alternately add in your milk and your flour. Continue mixing until everything is fully combined and you have a nice, smooth donut batter. I'm using donut molds today. I will link those down below so that you can get them for yourself. Make sure that you spray your molds thoroughly with pan spray. Fill up a pastry bag with your batter and begin to fill your molds about 3/4 of the way full. You're going to bake them immediately at 425 degrees for approximately 10 minutes until your batter is completely set and firm to the touch, and you'll have a nice golden color. Once your donuts are out of the oven and cooling, you can begin by making your glaze that we will use to frost the donuts. This is made by combining powdered sugar and milk until I got a consistency that was thick but pourable. You will then add in your gel food colorings. I used purple and pink. You can also use red, whatever you want. You're going to dip your donuts into your color of choice. Just make sure that you shake off all of the extra glaze so that once you set the donuts down onto parchment paper, you don't have too much leaking down the sides. While the glaze is still wet, make sure you apply your sprinkles or any extra stripes with a piping bag, however you want to decorate them to be as festive as possible. Now for the cookies, go ahead and gather up your ingredients. Make sure to check the description down below, again, where I will be listing all of the recipes where you can find the amounts of everything you need today and the tools that I use. Using a stand mixer with a paddle attachment or an electric hand mixer, go ahead and begin by beating together your sugar and butter. You're going to want to do this until your mixture is light. Once you have a good consistency, you'll add your eggs and your milk. Make sure you scrape down the bowl as you go and mix to combine. Now on low speed, go ahead and add all of your flour. Continue to mix on low until your flour is fully incorporated. Turn up the speed a little bit and beat your mixture until all of the dough has come together onto the paddle and the sides of your bowl are clean. You'll see that a dough forms really nicely. At this point, you're going to want to wrap your dough in plastic wrap, form a flat disc, and throw it into the fridge so that it can set for at least an hour before we roll out. Go ahead and flour the surface of your table and roll out until it's about 1/4 inch thick. At this point, you're going to cut shapes such as a heart, a circle, and a rectangle. Place your cookies on a parchment-lined sheet tray and bake at 375 for approximately 7 to 9 minutes. While the cookies cool, we're going to make our royal icing. Going back to our mixer, we are now going to use our whisk attachment. Start with powdered sugar in your bowl and whisk just to break it up a bit. Using pasteurized egg whites only, go ahead and add one at a time until you have a really nice consistency of royal icing that's just thick enough to be able to frost with a piping bag or a spatula, not too thin that it's going to run off of your cookie. Divide your icing into separate bowls and get your gel food coloring out. For these cookies, I needed yellow, red, brown, black, and I kept some of it white. You're going to want to go ahead and frost the base coats of your cookies first. You can use a spatula or a piping bag. Once you have your base coat set, you're going to want to let these cookies dry, preferably overnight, but if not, at least several hours until the icing is completely firm and solid to the touch. Only then are you going to be able to pipe on your final details, such as the heart-shaped eyes, or the mouth and the words #kisses, #love, anything that you want to decorate with. Our cookies are finished. They're super cute. Go ahead and bag them up, box them up, and give them to your friends and loved ones. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you loved this video, please give me a like and hit the subscribe button. I will be uploading another video or two next week, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget to check down below in the description for all of the details of the items I used and the recipes today so that you can create your perfect Valentine's Day treats. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. I am really excited to share these treats with my husband Alex. I think he's really gonna love them, and I hope that your family, friends, and loved ones enjoy them as well.